Hello YouTube, this is the Crazy Bling here, bringing you a Lego set review. This review was requested by the YouTuber LoveyMush, and she requested that I do the Lego Star Wars 9493 X-Wing Starfighter from the latest 2012 sets. First off, let's take a look at the minifigures. Here we have Luke Skywalker with his lightsaber and his rebel pilot outfit. As you can see, there is printing on his back as well for more detail, as well as newer rebel pilot detail here. And you can see his face and a newer version of his helmet. Alright, next, here we have his droid R2-D2. And as you can see, there are two of them because this is an extra one that I just decided to leave out here for all intents and purposes. Yeah, I've got the new Clone Wars design of the R2 this time. I also have the classic version. I mean, I have a lot of R2-D2s, by the way. And then here we have Red 6 pilot Jack Porkins with his helmet, with that special orange visor look on his face. And he's got a blaster. And then, let's take a look at his droid. And then we have Jack Porkins' droid, R5-D8. Yeah, he's the newer R5 droid, like the first I've got. This is the first R5 unit that I have now. Yeah, there are many others like this, like the black version that they have with the 9492 TIE Fighter. I don't have it yet, but I plan on getting it. But anyways, this is the new R5 head. Uncle Roland, this R5 unit has a bad motivator! Alright, now, let's move on to what we came here to see. The vehicle, the X-Wing Starfighter. The Incom T-65 X-Wing Starfighter is the spaceship that killed the Death Star. This is it in its cruising position. Let's just move the landing gear up there. There it is. And here we have it. And here's a close-up of the cockpit. You can see in there, if you can, there's the main controls for the X-Wing, including the R2 unit. And back here is where you have to turn the dial to lock the S-foils into attack position. Alright, now, let's lock S-foils into attack position. Here we are. Very good. I like how they did these laser cannons. They're more longer and more accurate to what was seen in the movies. This is by far my favorite interpretation of the X-Wing fighters to date, for many reasons, including... And if you're wondering why I'm holding the the X-Wing weird, it's because I'm using my other hand to hold the camera, obviously. But anyways, here we have a rear view of the X-Wing. And right here, you will see the proton torpedoes. That's where this is what Luke used to blow up the Death Star with, in conjunction with the Force, as Obi-Wan told him. Use the Force, Luke. More detail here, and here. This is by far one of my favorite Star Wars sets I've bought recently. And from what I've seen from the LEGO TIE Fighter, it looks good as well, so I'll probably buy that and review that as well. Anyways, now that we're done with the vehicle, let's take a look at the box. The box is kind of weird, in my opinion. The most obvious thing about this is, why is Darth Maul here when this is an original trilogy set? I mean, it's kind of odd once you come to think about it. Darth Maul was never seen in the original trilogy at the time because A New Hope was made in the 70s, and obviously Maul came out in 1999 with The Phantom Menace. But that's the only major gripe I have with this figure, besides the fact that I never really liked the prequel films to begin with. But enough of the little rant. Let's take a look at the other aspects of the box. Anyways, you got a blue version, a blue worded version of the Star Wars, along with the LEGO insignia, obviously. This set is intended for ages 8 to 14. The product number is 9493. It has 560 pieces. I bought this at Walmart for $60. 560 pieces. You do the math, whether this is overpriced or not for that. Anyways, comes in many languages like building toy, jouet de construction, or jouet para construire, or whatever. And then we got the gimmick where you lock the S-foils into attack position. And then here we got the minifigures it comes with. Check Porkins, R2-D2, Luke Skywalker, and R5-D8. Right, now let's flip the box. Here we have another view of the X-Wing with its landing gear, which you can flip up or down. And there are the proton torpedoes again, which I showed you. The place where you can put R2-D2 or R5-D8. Jack and R5 walking away from Red 5 for some reason. Luke Skywalker here, where you can put either Jack or Luke into the cockpit. And another picture of them walking through a hallway, and another looking at a TIE Fighter. And there are other gimmicks too that you can customize Luke's Red 5 and turn it into Jack Porkins' Red 6. The pieces are in a little thing behind the seat of the cockpit, which I placed them in. I'm not going to do it because there are other reviews where they already done that, and you can just, if you own the set, you could probably figure out that you can customize it yourself by reading the instructions. My final thoughts with this LEGO set are, I really like this set. I really do. It's one of my favorite sets, and it basically rekindled my love for LEGOs and LEGO Star Wars, basically. Because all I've ever seen was all these mediocre Clone Wars sets that I never really grown attached to in my entire life. I don't like the television show either. It's just one of the many things that I found to be one of the main reasons why I never watch Cartoon Network anymore. But anyways, I would watch Cartoon Network again if they shown a Star Wars series where it revolved around the original trilogy timeline, like with Luke Skywalker, R2, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Darth Vader, all the stuff there. But I have yet to see that, because mostly all these people are like only interested in the prequel films, which I have no idea why, because I really don't like the prequels. Enough ranting. I'll give this Lego set a 9 out of 10. Well, 9 because the way it looks. It looks nice. It has good detail, good minifigures, which I find particularly funny because of how Jack Porkins is here. How he died rather lousy in the movie, like, oh, I'm okay, boom, he's dead. But aside from that, the only reason why I voted 9 is because of how overpriced this figure kind of was. $60 for this thing is asking way too much. I would have just gone for $50, but go figure, it's Walmart. And before I wrap it up, I'm just going to scale the X-Wing up with a TIE Fighter that I have here, which I built myself. I don't know if you can see that, but the TIE Fighter is a little bit too smaller here, because I think that this X-Wing is meant to scale up with the new TIE Fighter, which is depicted here. Let's get him out of here. Anyways, that wraps up this review. Until next time, this is the Crazy Brain bidding you farewell. And thank you, LoveyMush, for the review. Bye.